Can you tell that after the gym today, I am ready for haunt hunting? I've got a spooky shirt ready to change into. I've got some Bath & Body Works coupons, quite a bit of them. And I got my Moschino Mummy fanny pack with my new little bat keychain. I am ready to go. Today is the 24th, and I'm ready to haunt hunt, guys. We did have a friend over this weekend from out of state, so of course I wasn't just gonna like dip out at any point this weekend and go haunt hunting. So I haven't done any haunt hunting for like 4 days, besides the couple little tiny clips you guys saw. So I am yearning to get back to the store. I need that spider web bench, and I'm not gonna hold my hopes too high for that one. That is going to not be an easy one to find. It is a Home Goods piece, which, as you guys know, like honestly finding anything at Home Goods like intentionally can be tricky. So finding something like that where each store would at the most get one, but they might not even get it at all, is a hard one. We have this whole open spot on our front kind of patio in front of our front giant window that needs like a small table or a bench. So like I almost like I need to buy something to put there anyway, like at some point, like next year, next spring or something. So that would fit perfectly. Like even if it was like a little pricey, because I don't actually know how much it is. The person that posted that did not say how much it is. You guys know I'm such a like spooky furniture person. I just love it. I love spooky all year round pieces. I do really love like spending time out on the patio and on the porch and all that type of stuff. So like it checks every single box that I require. It would not only be one of the most wanted pieces by me, but one of the absolute most useful pieces. Like, I need it. Long story short,
I need the bench.
so freaking badly. So bad. So bad. I also missed, while my friend was here, Bath & Body Works. I think Bath & Body Works released their stuff in person on the 22nd, so 2 days ago. I did get, as you guys saw, a new booklet of coupons. My mom also did, so I have quite a few coupons here. I actually, late last night, placed a pickup order of the stuff I really wanted to make sure I got my hands on. There's literally only one thing that I feel that way about, but I need to go see it all in person, because sometimes seeing the stuff in person does change my mind, and it makes me like stuff a little more, maybe a little less. So that's what we're doing too. We're going to Bath & Body Works. I gotta pick up my order, and we will take a peek at everything. Oh, and that's why another Home Goods. So we're at least going to 3 Home Goods. I would love to do more. I want to do more than 3. Like, I don't even know if my car can fit that bench, but if I find it, I'm buying it, and I'm gonna like get my mom's car somehow in the next like 24 hours. Send me the spooky vibes, send them my way, cast a spell, say something to the moon, like make sure black cats don't cross your path, don't break any mirrors, like send me the spooky vibe. So I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna change into like my spooky attire, and then we're gonna get motating, we're gonna get moving, grooving, ooking, kooking, and spooking. Like, we gotta get going to the haunt hunting shops. So let's get going, guys. Before we go to Home Goods and Bath & Body, I totally just had an epiphany. We should stop at Lowe's. Now, I don't know anything about where Lowe's is, like in their setup schedule. I would love to see all their stuff in person, all the animatronics, and I'm by a Lowe's when I'm out at my gym. So now that I'm done, I was like, hey, let's go to Lowe's. Let's change some things up. So we're going to Lowe's. Just thought I'd update you guys, and that is where we will be right now. I was totally surprised, but walking into Lowe's, I spotted the Deep Sea Diver and the Spooky Captain animatronic out and on display, so here's what they sound like.
I know the reality. I just can't see them yet. Oh, there they are. I've never seen anything like this. Or at least it was before they hit me. I grab the wheel, crush my ways, have timbers groan and wail, grin wide me our days, we hoist the dead man's sail.
Lowe's also had a couple of their 12-footers out and ready to purchase. They had the Scarecrow, who I do really love, but I do have plenty of 12-footers. They also had the Gravedigger 12-footer. I did not see any mummies, though. I am pleasantly surprised by Lowe's. I can't believe they already had some stuff out. Now, of course, they didn't have the whole Halloween section. I think that is more August time frame. We'll definitely be back to Lowe's, but I was pretty surprised to see anything there. That was pretty cool. I will say, before the season started, I did kind of like the deep sea diver. That's what it would be called, probably. He's really cool looking in the head. But I'm glad I never actually committed and ordered him or anything, because the clothing on him and everything looked pretty cheap. I will also say the pirate looked quite cheapy as well. I think that's why I gravitate more towards the Home Depot animatronics each year, is because I always just get a cheap kind of vibe from the Lowe's ones. And sometimes even the Spirit Halloween ones seem kind of cheaply made. Not all of them, just some of them. But anyways, we are off to our first Home Goods. In my opinion, these first two Home Goods that we're going to today are the two most likely out of every Home Goods that I go to get the bench. Both of them get quite a lot of furniture in, and a lot of unique furniture. This first Home Goods has this giant peacock wardrobe thing that I've never seen before, and they get crazy furniture in. And the second one gets a lot of large garden pieces. So I have the best hopes in general for these two. So we will see. You gotta stay positive. So I'm keeping the spooky vibes alive, and let's head off to Home Goods now. My hopes were really high, so I did grab a cart right away, and I was ready to fill this baby up. I could tell right away that there was a lot of new stuff. They seem to have moved all of the Halloween up to the front and condensed it with itself. There was a lot of very large pieces, like these gossiping skeletons and this crystal top hat skull. There was also some new haunted houses I hadn't seen, and a couple very large pieces like these cutouts. I think I've seen those in past years though. There were a lot of wooden pieces at this store, like these kind of dowel jack-o'-lanterns, and then there were a lot of metal pieces too, like this metal bat piece. There was also this metal candle stand of bats. I really liked this piece, but I have quite a few candle stands from Home Goods, so I definitely don't need another one. There was also this kind of wicker pumpkin, which to me is a bit more fall. There was this metal garland spiderweb piece too. They had quite a few wooden art pieces, like this black lab with a witch hat, a Ouija board, an I Put a Spell on You, a skeleton, and then there were a couple with black cats and other spooky sayings. They also had some floating candles. It seems like every store sells these now. I got them a couple years back, and I will say I do love them. If you don't have any, pick one up at some store. I also once again saw the Jim Shore Witch. I did pick her up the first time I saw her, so I do not need a second one. They also had this skeleton coffin case, which is really cool, but I don't know what I would do with it, though I do really like it. There were lots of different pumpkins of different colors of glass and different styles. They also had the return of the UFO astronaut skeleton. Really unique, clever piece, but not really something I could fit into one of my decor locations. This almost looked like Marvin the Mummy's brother, and then they had this light up, kind of like a blow mold ghost. I wish his eyes were colored in, though that would be a very easy DIY. There were also some cream-colored gossiping skeleton. They were kind of like the gossiping ghoulies, I guess. This was a really cute pumpkin pie season, little rolling pin wooden piece. I think that'd be really good for fall. And some more wicker pieces. The cauldrons, which I picked up, I think, last year, and then they had a bunch of the kind of realistic-looking witches, of course. In the candle section, they had this large LED candle that I hadn't seen before. I like the kind of tarot-style art to the sides with death moths and snakes. And in the ceramics in the kitchen section, I freaking found Joanna Parker. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I wanted this cat bowl so bad. I love the art and all the little details to it. So freaking beautiful. Rae Dunn is definitely back this year. I think it's a little better than it's been in the past. Still not something that I'm going to be grabbing a lot of, but I can appreciate some of the pieces. They also had quite a lot of these Hello Kitty kind of cups. A lot of people really like these, and there's a lot of Hello Kitty spooky stuff this year. They also had these bedazzled witch wine glasses and some spider ones. I don't pick up much Ouija board pieces, but I thought these placemats were really cool. They were kind of like a thick cardboard, and then they had some really cute ghost ones where they were kind of like partying and having a picnic. In the kitchen linens, there was all kinds of spooky stuff, a lot of them kind of that Fair Isle sweater style. These make me nervous. I just couldn't imagine using them to sop something up since they feel so much like a blanket. These sheets were so cute and they were twin size. I loved these and I literally almost considered saving these for if I ever have a little ghoulie someday. As we've come to expect, all kinds of pillows and blankets. They're going so hardcore with the pink spooky stuff this year. They also had the return of these Rae Dunn ghost pillows. They had them in the white and in the black. They match the blankets that are usually so trendy online. They had some cupcakes and cashmere, very soft plush blankets too, and then some more pink blankets. They brought back the wedding pillows, which I do love to see. I've seen a lot of the booing ghost pillows, but I don't think I've ever seen this checkered pink one before. This was also a really cute fall pillow too. This outdoor floral painted skeleton was really cool and gave me really all year round vibes. And then this was a really cool cauldron with bats on the side. Super, super heavy and heavy duty. They had these jangly keys. I don't really know how else to describe them besides jangly keys. They made a lot of like jingle sounds. And then in the checkout, they had a couple more ceramic pieces. They had this witch with a crow that I think has been popular before, and I loved this mug. It is like a gallery wall of spooky characters. It is so clever and so cute. They had a couple mugs here that I hadn't seen before, and a couple plushies I hadn't seen before either, like these really fuzzy spiders, and they had this Hello Kitty with kind of a fuzzy costume on. This skeleton looked to be basically a direct knockoff of the Pottery Barn skeleton. I don't know the size of the Pottery Barn one, but this guy was really good quality. Our second home goods was also full of new pieces. This was a really cool aged pumpkin. I'd love to get this for some kind of fall decor. And then they had this felt mouse mummy. Not my style, but definitely different. There were these spooky French Bulldog or Boston Terrier mugs that were super cute. This home goods location had a couple salt and pepper shakers I hadn't seen, like this pair of ghosts, and then there was a ghost and bat set as well. They also had some more ceramic pieces I hadn't seen, like this mug of Snoopy. This looks kind of fall to me, but it was definitely very cute. And this Fright Night mug. Now I know you guys have seen the Halloween at this point, so you know how excited I was to grab this. That's why I put it in my cart so quick. I've been looking for that thing for like at least 3 years. These plates were super cute too. Again, I'm not into the like pink Halloween stuff, but I did think they were cute. And then these plates were freaking adorable too. So folk art style. I love the brand Eli and Anna. They make the cutest pieces. In a center display, I spotted this Joanna Parker mug. He's kind of like a cupcake jack-o'-lantern. I've been looking for that as well. They also had some more Hello Kitty pieces and this Rae Dunn vampire juice mug. Very old Rae Dunn vibes there. In the table runners, I found this jack-o'-lantern table runner that I totally love, very classic looking. They also had this bat one that was really cool. They had a pink skull one and some floral ones. They had this spider one and this diamond, almost argyle jack-o'-lantern pattern one. I love that one. More Rae Dunn in the mugs. This one says Drink Up Witches and has a witch's hat on the other side. There were some ghosts holding the word spooky that were quite cute. And then in the main aisle, there was kind of a lot of stuff that we've seen before with a couple pieces here and there that I wasn't really sure if I had seen yet, but there was a lot of the kind of realistic witches and the metal pieces and wooden pieces once again. They had Marvin the Mummy, which he's been a lot easier to find this year, I feel like, than past years. And a lot of the book boxes. I found some Christopher Radko Shiny Bright Halloween ornaments. These were also on my wish list. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. These are probably my favorite ones he's ever made. They're inspired by the vintage die cuts. I definitely don't think I had seen this little felt owl before. He was pretty cute, very random. I could definitely see people liking this witch art piece a lot. It's made in Iowa, funny enough, but I think it's a lot cooler than some of the Michaels ones they've made. These are probably more fall, but I spotted this Apple Orchard Inn sign and this Great Pumpkin Cafe sign. I like both, but I think I like the pumpkin one a bit more. It'd be really good in the kitchen by the coffee maker. Also, I spotted some Joanna Parker tablecloths of Luna. They did have the vintage orange classic one, but I have that, so I definitely had to get the Luna. This ghost with the pumpkin gave me such kind of 90s, 80s vibes. Only $6, he was pretty cheap. This was a really cute Russian doll set too. I didn't open it to see what the other ones look like, but it was really unique. Ghouls and ghosties. Like I'm literally, what am I doing right now? I'm literally almost like emotional, like becoming emotional right now. That, talk about not only a code orange, but also the biggest Halloween ever. Like ever. We did not find the bench, obviously, because I would have shown you guys. But I seriously just checked off, like, more than half, I'd say 75% of my home goods wish list that I currently have, like, in my phone. Including something that I've been looking for like 3 years. I'm like blown away. That was the best home goods trip we've taken all year by far. That was mind-blowingly good. I'm shook. Like, if I've ever been shook, it's right now. I almost don't have words. I don't think I do have words. I keep stumbling over my words because I don't have words. I'm so blown away. I'm in such a good mood. It is like 75 today. There's no humidity. And I'm just like scoring everything that I'm looking for besides the bench, which is, again, it's okay. It's okay. I will still keep looking. I will still keep hoping, and I will still keep the spooky vibes alive. I'm like, I didn't want to be a bother to this woman that just rang me up because I had like a cart full, including some things that needed to be like wrapped and stuff. But like, I'm feeling all the ooks, spooks, kooks, everything. Ookie, spooky and kooky. I'm feeling it all. And I have no words. So we're going to a Marshall's now. And then we're going to another Home Goods, and my hopes are high. The Home Goods are freaking delivering. They are delivering. This is the feeling. This is the spooky feeling that I have been looking for. I'm so excited. I don't have my hand to turn the camera off right now, so I'm just rambling. Oh my gosh, as someone almost like hits me. This Marshall's location hasn't really delivered a ton so far this year, so I definitely wasn't having my hopes too high, but I feel like there's a couple pieces on my wish list that are only at Marshall's and TJ's. They had a lot of dogs, snow globes, none of a pug or a Frenchie though, and then they had a couple small ghost pieces. I did like this farmer pumpkin head guy, he's quite cute. In the blankets, there were some Peanuts blankets and some Hocus Pocus blankets, and that was kind of all they had at this store. So we moved on to a TJ Maxx standalone that is very close to these two locations. Yes, I did grab the wrong open door. They had a small display in the back of some pieces. I have been here once so far this year before this, and it kind of looked like it had basically all the same stuff as when I was here last time. The only thing I maybe didn't recognize was this stack of jack-o'-lanterns that are kind of like Day of the Dead style. They had quite a bit of blankets too, of course, and then they had the giant skeleton pillow that's just a little too big for me. I have no idea what I would do with him. Last year I had looked everywhere for this Howdy Pumpkin mug, and I ended up having to order it online on Mercari, and now I spotted a rack that had multiple of them, of course. This was a really cute martini kitchen towel as well. With the luck we had been having so far today, I knew I had to grab a cart before even entering the store. They had some large signs that I hadn't seen yet, and then they had some wooden pieces and the spooky tree candelabra. Some people really like him and really hunt for him. He's not really my favorite, and he's quite large, so he would take up a lot of room that I don't have. This skeleton and coffin-shaped vase was definitely a new one. Of course, they had to fill it with all of that glittery nonsense. And this book with the witch hands on it was pretty cool. Would be great for a witch decor room. I almost bought this large broom. It stands on its own and it's really high quality, but on our Salem trip, we're gonna be making our own brooms, so I ended up actually putting it back and skipping it. They have the most pillows and blankets at this Home Goods location, and that's saying something because, as we know, they all have a lot of them, but this location has just like an insane amount. The little glass ghost inside the wine glass has returned this year. And I, at this location, also found the folk style plates and the Fright Night mug. Alright, I'm a little late, but let's do this, Bath & Body Works. I haven't seen anything in person yet, so let's take a peek. The display is right in the entrance at this location. There's a really cool giant haunted house kind of cardboard display that everything's sitting on. They had the dancing skeleton candle stand that is my standout piece this year. I love this. I'm not a huge fan of the new art styles on the candles this year. The spooky taxi or spooky car stuff is pretty cool. It's not really something that I feel I need myself. And I think this is one of the only soap holders this year, this kind of like gem spider crawling out of the skulls. Not really my favorite. Here is this year's spooky house wall plug. I unfortunately don't like it this year. I don't like the white house, and I really don't like the tentacles coming out of it. I buy these every year, so it's pretty disappointing. They also did have the super huge one that holds a 3-wick candle. I don't think there's any style of this that they would ever make that I would pick up. I just couldn't imagine spending so much at Bath & Body Works. Also, they just don't look like the price that they cost. I guess there is another soap holder this year, and it is once again the white spooky house, and the same thing applies for these. I just don't really like them, unfortunately. And I guess there's a cat one too. Again, I don't really like it. I don't like the green bedazzled eyes and stuff. And the death moth is kind of cool, but I don't like it enough to buy, unfortunately. They have it as a car clip and as a wall plug-in. They also have a classic jack-o'-lantern wall plug-in. I don't really like the mix of colors or the face that much on him. They have kind of a eyeball chandelier too. I'm not super into the pink, and I'm not really usually drawn to the eyeball stuff. This eyeball martini glass was kind of cool, but I don't really like the holographic detail, and again, the eyeballs. This was probably the coolest wall plug-in, the crystal ball with the skull that comes through, but again, I just don't think it's cool enough for me to buy. This snake stand is nice, but I'm just not into spooky snakes and Halloween snakes, as a lot of you know at this point. This ghost has been around for years, so I think I actually own him, so I definitely don't need to pick him up. And then there was a black cat plug-in too. There was this skeleton kind of backpack or cosmetic bag. It was pretty cute, but their bags are not the best quality, unfortunately, and I fear that those legs or arms would kind of break or rip off. Once again, the art styles on all these candles and stuff were just not my vibe. However, I do like the lids this year with the triple skulls and the kind of like Baroque pattern. They are really cool. I know a lot of people like this ghost candle stand, but unfortunately he's a little too plain for me. And again, that slightly holographic detail is just not my favorite. So we moved on to my local Home Goods, and they had this standing skeleton. He was $200, but he was really, really heavy metal and nice quality. They also had some of the bathroom towels by Caro. This is my favorite maker of bathroom towels. They have some new ones this year that I love. My store also had the pink large skeleton. So much pink this year. I really loved these pillows that were Snoopy. So cute. The Snoopy and Peanut stuff this year is fantastic, I will say. It's the 26th now, and we are on the hunt once again. Okay. We're starting with a bang.
Debbie finally found a parking spot
Yes.
that met Jack's satisfaction.
And Ryan's going to get fragrance. I guess it's just Debbie and I. They had now added this kind of front yard sign. It's really cool, but it is $150, so I don't think I'm gonna pick it up. We had just been at this store, so there wasn't much new. I did notice this kind of leather pumpkin. This kind of fits the area that this store is located in, not gonna lie. Hello, ghouls and ghosties.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
It is the 27th now of July, and we are out at a Home Goods TJ's combo that is pretty far from where we live, so I have not been to this one at all this year, and this is another one that gets, I feel like, a lot of furniture in, so I think you guys know what I'm hoping for in here. I'm really, really hoping to find the spider bench. Let's hope, and let's go in.
Fingers crossed.
All kinds of spooky bathroom and soap pieces and cosmetic pieces and tons of different diffusers this year. So many people wanted the cauldron one last year, but this year they have Frankenstein, skulls, black cats, all kinds of stuff. This location had many different options for the Headless Horseman, including the new skull version. They had the green version, the black version, basically all the different versions. They also had this kind of spooky, ghostly Grim Reaper light up eye guy. They had the tree candelabra once again. There were a lot of large pieces, and the one that stood out to me was this hands up in the air skeleton. He looks like he's waving his hands in the air, and he just doesn't care. His eyes do light up yellowish white. Pretty cool, but not something that I feel I need or have room for. There was lots of stuff that we had seen before, but I hadn't seen before this Trick or Treat classic jack-o'-lantern wooden sign. I love this. It's $15, which I feel like is a bit steep, but it's very high quality, and I just love the art on it. Otherwise, that HomeGoods was a lot of stuff that we'd already seen, so we headed to another HomeGoods location. This one was full at the front. Again, we had been at this one not super long ago, so I wasn't expecting to see all kinds of new stuff yet. This jack-o'-lantern plate was so cute. I love all the faces on it. Of course, it's by Eli and Anna again, the kings and queens of Halloween. There were some cutting boards too of skulls and ghosts. And there was a Joanna Parker piece, a new one I haven't picked up this year, this jack-o'-lantern jar. He's so freaking cute, you guys know. He's an instant add to cart. There were a lot of ceramic pieces that I don't think I'd seen yet, a lot of mugs, including this ghostly pumpkin and the patch one. This whole end stand was full of spooky kitchen pieces, which is like my favorite section in the whole store, so I was excited. I hadn't seen this purple skull etched mug before. It was really cool. I do love purple, so I really liked that. There was this ghost kind of, once again, glass cup. There was this tea kettle that had skulls and moths on it. Really, really cool, but unfortunately we don't really drink tea, so I couldn't pay 20 bucks for something that I literally probably won't use at all, but I was tempted, I will say. This was a really heavy-duty skeleton holding a bowl. It was $40, and again, I don't think I have a use for it, but it was really, really nice. Very Pottery Barn vibes. This was a new pillow I don't think I'd seen yet, a bedazzled set of haunted houses. They were quite cool. Why hello there, ghouls and ghosties. We are going into a HomeGoods right now on the 28th of July. I got my mummy fanny pack. There's a plane above me. Spooky eyes shirt. Fingers crossed for the bench. Please. Lately, every time I walk into a HomeGoods, I kind of take a quick peek at everything, but I'm really on the hunt for that dang spiderweb bench right when I get in, so if I seem like I'm kind of like quickly moving through all this stuff, it's because if that spiderweb bench is in here, I will find it, and I will find it fast. This was pretty unique. It was this $150 coffin with kind of a skeleton coming out. Pretty crazy. I loved how this Jack Skellington was kind of making his like spooky screaming face. And I spotted the Joanna Parker cupcake pumpkin once again. They also had these cups with ghosts booing on them. Really cute. This TJ Maxx had quite a few spooky bags. So first up was this Loungefly Ghost Minnie and Ghost Mickey bag. If you flip it around, there's actually kind of a glow-in-the-dark Ghost Mickey. This was quite cool. They also had this candy-shaped spooky Stitch bag. Once again, really freaking cute. I'm not a Disney person, but I did think these were really cool. TJ's doesn't have a ton for spooky decor, but again, there are some pieces I'm looking for that I think are specifically only sold at TJ's, so I was looking for those, but unfortunately I didn't have the most luck. They did have a couple rugs, which I hadn't seen at any stores yet this year. This ghost blanket was the size of an entire queen bed, which is pretty cool. It's really soft and really high quality too. And right down the road, I could tell what was going in just by glancing at it. It is a Spirit Halloween. I am so excited to go to my first Spirit this year. Back to our home base, Marshalls and Home Goods. I liked this broom setup, especially the middle broom looking like a jack-o'-lantern. I kind of wish they just sold him on his own. I would actually probably pick him up. Here's another version of the Headless Horseman this year. It's kind of this aged silver gray version where he's standing and holding his head in his hand. This was definitely a new blanket as well. I actually really like this witch hat blanket. If I didn't already buy a bunch of blankets, I would consider getting this one. And this was a new set of pillows as well. They were kind of like spooky emojis. They'd be good for a kid's room. Good morning, ghouls and ghosties, and welcome to the 30th? I think the 30th of July. We are coming to the end of July. Holy mother. So I leave for my honeymoon tomorrow. But I thought that I would squeeze in just a titch more haunt hunting before we leave. So we leave super early tomorrow to go to Salem. I'm so excited. We get to spend 8 days in Salem. It is going to be a freaking dream come true. But anyways, I am actually at home right now. I haven't been here in forever. I think it's because I kind of checked off my list for the most part, and so I just haven't really been coming back. Also, they only get truck, I think, once a week, and this one's like kind of slow. So I've just given them a break, but I'm ready to come back and see what they have. And then I'm going to go to 2 Home Goods, kind of the 2 closest to me. So it's my local one and then the Grand Central Station Home Goods just to see what they have. I'm super freaking excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed the Halloweens. I just got done, like in my time that I'm filming this right now, I just got done editing them and uploading them, and I know you saw them last week, so I hope you guys liked them. They were super fun to film. I feel really confident with like all the things I got. I don't think I've like overshopped, but I feel like I've gotten some really good stuff this year, some really good pieces. So this has been a really good year of haunt hunting. I feel like a lot of stores are really nailing it, and I can't wait. I mean, I can wait. I'm not trying to put that in the universe, but I'm excited for when we get into like talk or treat season for Vlogoween and stuff, and we can kind of discuss the collections for this year from the stores, because I just feel like we've stepped our game up at a lot of stores, except one. But I'm pretty excited. So let's go into At Home together now, shall we? And then let's go to Home Goods and let's find some good stuff. They had a few inflatables up last time I came in, but not this many. There was a really huge black cat that they always have, but there was also a really huge Frankenstein and witch. I think the witch was my favorite one of them all. She was $200, but for the size, 20 feet, I think that's pretty good. They also had some new licensed pieces from Nightmare Before Christmas and this pumpkin head kind of outdoor wooden hanging guy. And they had this Frankenstein wooden cutout as well. There were some new kind of candle and incense pieces in the witchy section. Even the packaging sticks to that black and red kind of colorway. Otherwise, here's a look at the center section, which is more of the Southern Gothic graveyard. It seems to be clearing out quite a bit, and I don't really know if I was seeing much new, so maybe I've kind of seen most of At Home this year. I'm not sure how many times I'll be coming back, which is a little unfortunate, but I will say I think I've gotten basically everything I wanted from At Home this year. On a new cart coming out, there were a couple little ceramic ghosts I hadn't seen. We had that 90s, 80s ghost with a jack-o'-lantern again, and then kind of another 90s, 80s looking cutesy ghost. They had a few new packages of the Christopher Radko ornaments. These were the smaller, kind of less detailed, less interesting ones, but they were still cool to see. This was new as well. It's a Raven shaker. I love spooky bar pieces, so of course I had to get it. Here's a look at all of the different bath mats that they had. They had just put all these out, so these are probably almost all of the ones they're going to have this year. There was a pink haunted house that was kind of cool looking. Some bats in front of a gray moon. A bunch of ghosts. Spider webs. The spider web one was very metallic. Onto the kitchen section, and they had quite a few new kitchen pieces, including a lot of the Eli and Anna folk bat and cat pieces. There were some more shiny bright Christopher Radko up at the front. Once again, they were kind of the more plain ones, so I decided not to get them. I do still like them, but I like the shaped ones so much more. I scanned through all of the blankets, and these are the ones that I don't think we'd seen yet this year. And the Skull Hydra Peak water bottles have made their return this year too. This was a really nice skull-shaped lantern with a candle in it. Very nice heavy-duty metal. And this location had the heavy-duty bat cauldron that we'd seen, but they also had a really big version. Super cool. You could almost use this as a planter, possibly. I was super excited to find the wicker bat I had been looking for. I only found one, so I still want to get at least one more. This was new too. There was this violin playing skeleton in a TV. He didn't have any batteries, so I couldn't see what he did. And this Stay Spooky sign was the coolest font, and y'all know how much I love the word spooky. I love this sign. Whatever this brand is, this Iowan sign maker brand uses the best fonts, I will say. They did have the floral ceramic skeleton hanging guy here too. This witch's kitchen sign was really cool. And they had some more cloche ghosts. I had looked for the cloche ghost for so many years, and now I had this many opportunities to pick him up. I think the Rae Dunn Peanuts collection is my favorite Rae Dunn collection that she's ever done. Da-dun-ch. Da-dun-ch. Get it? My favorite Rae Dunn collection she's done. Da-dun-ch. Anyways, they had a bunch of blue in pieces too that are really cute, very like grandma, but not in a bad way. And then a few other spooky kitchen pieces that were pretty cute. I like this moon and sun spoon rest, but if I bought all those spoon rests that I liked, I'd have a trillion of them. They had a ghost one as well. They also had a return of the metal spider web kind of fruit stand that I actually do use all year round. Some really cute coasters too. And then this was a new piece that I was really into. They had some oil and vinegar kind of pourers. I don't exactly know what you call these, but you guys know what they are. They're so cool. One was a skeleton hand and one was a spider web. As per usual, I'm a sucker for the hook loop pillows, so I was loving this Happy Halloween one, though I have way more than enough pillows in my home. These were some new wine stoppers I hadn't seen. They seem a little too fragile for me, though I was really tempted with the Haunted House and the Grim Reaper one. And super quick before leaving, I popped into the Marshalls next door, and I'm so happy I did because I found the Frankenstein planter. Like everyone else, I hate the glittery nonsense inside, but I'm gonna do my best to get that out of his head. And they had a bunch of the Joanna Parker Black Cat Bowls. So hard to not get a second one. Ghouls and ghosties! I'm so happy! Oh my gosh, like, we are having the best freaking luck with crossing off the wish list. It's almost unbelievable how lucky we've been with the Home Goods and the Marshalls and everything this year. There's almost nothing left on my wish list, I feel like, currently. I mean, obviously I haven't seen everything. My Home Goods and Marshalls wish list is like dwindling. I am checking things off violently. Like, I have found so much of the stuff that I've wanted, and it's just like shocking. I obviously have still not found my spider bench, which isn't surprising. I am just finding thing after thing. So like that Frankenstein planter that you just saw at that Marshalls was one of the longest ago, I think, screenshots that I have for my wish list. So I definitely thought like, oh, I've missed them. They've come and went, whatever. Obviously not. Like, there were two there. I was like shook. I will say, like everybody else, I hate the glittery fake plants in the Frankenstein planter pot, whatever. But you can like chop it off at the top, and then you can kind of like dig out all the like weird foam stuff that they put in the planter, and then it's just a planter, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited. Like, it almost feels like I'm being like pranked or something. I've had like such good luck, knock on wood, with finding my wishlist items. It's amazing. Like, it hasn't even felt like a big struggle. I don't know if the spooky hunters in my area are just like off their game, or if I'm literally just getting lucky. That's what I feel like it is. I feel like I'm just getting like really lucky, because I don't feel like I'm going any more frequently than past years. And I definitely don't feel like I've like ventured out to like distant ones as much as past years, just because of how like things have worked out and timing. But in my like local 3 or 4, I'm just like having fantastic luck. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm just shocked. But anyways, that's all the stops we have today. I have no clue if there will be any more haunt hunting between now and when I get back from my trip. I did tell Ryan that I want to go to a Home Goods in like the Salem area just to see, just to look, literally just for fun. Obviously, I don't want to like fill our carry-on with like Home Goods items when I'm in Salem, but I want to see if there's maybe like every once in a while Home Goods and Marshalls and stuff will have like local things. Like sometimes they'll have like a map of the lakes that are around us and stuff. So maybe they'll have a local Salem piece. I would love to see that if they had it. I'm in a really good mood. I'm really happy with our finds today and our haunt hunting. Like, it was fantastic. I have a trunk full and I spent like $150. Yikes. But anyways, I'm gonna head home now, and I will catch you guys in the next clip. Okay, ghouls and ghosties. Mike and I are coming to you live from the basement right now. I am editing. I'm just wrapping up editing, and this is the end of Haunt Hunt number 4. Can you believe it? But don't fret. I've actually already started to film Haunt Hunt number 5. So right now when I'm editing, actually this is the same day technically that I got back from Salem. So if you don't know, I've been in Salem for 8 days on my honeymoon. That's why Mike is so clingy, because he missed me. But Ryan and I have been in Salem, and so I have been out of the game, out of commission, haunt hunting for the past like week, which has been eating me alive. Though it's been obviously quite the fair trade-off to be in Salem, shopping around there. Next week is still gonna be another haunt hunt, though I did get some clips and some images and all kinds of stuff from Salem that I do want to show you guys. Did a bunch of videos, a bunch of clips, a bunch of pictures, and I have a bunch of stories and info about Salem, though that video is definitely gonna take a bit more editing because there's just so much to put together and so much thought to put together, and I really need to plan it out, is what I'm saying. So that will go up as a bonus video on a Wednesday, probably in August. I just don't know what day. I can't promise a date or even a date range at this point, but that will be coming at some point. So just wanted to update you guys. I hope you enjoyed this haunt hunt. So excited. I think it actually is going up. You're probably seeing this on Friday, even though I made a post saying that it wasn't gonna go up on Friday. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday night or Saturday or whatever day you're seeing this. I will see you guys at least once next week on Friday for another haunt hunt. I got some catching up to do. I got a lot of home goods to check. I got a lot of different places to check. But coming up, I do have some other videos that I need to be doing. But I think any of the like other videos are going to be Wednesday videos. So I do want to do some cooking in my new cauldron, of course. I do want to still do my art project. I'm going to make like a Joanna Parker style lantern. That'll probably come up probably in August or early September as well. So I have all kinds of stuff coming. Get ready because there's all kinds of stuff ahead. We are just beginning August. We are just entering like real spooky season. As I always tell you guys, I consider August to be fall because it is. It just is in my head. It's Ogtober anyways. And also we have Spirit Halloween to check out. We still gotta check out Spirit Halloween. That'll be in the next haunt hunt too. So look forward to that as well. Otherwise, I will see you guys either Wednesday or for sure next Friday. Goodbye.